Hello and welcome to another episode of our Hammerano Culture Unlimited. My name is Chace, coming to you pre-recorded and predetermined from the Hammerano studios, and today we'll be looking back at West Ham's historic victory over Seville in the Europa League. We'll also look back at our league defeat against Tottenham, and lastly we'll be previewing our next fixture, which is Everton at home. All this and more in today's episode of Hammerano Culture Unlimited. So let's start at the beginning. Thursday the 17th of March 2022. This date will go down in history as the day West Ham United knocked Seville, the club who has won the tournament more than anyone else, out of the Europa League. While Seville went into this match a goal up as they won the previous leg in Spain, so it was really stacked up against the Hammers. Not only were we going against the team second in La Liga, not only were we going against the club who have won the Europa League more than anyone else, we also had to do so by coming from a goal down. Now, I'm not going to give you a play-by-play report back of what happened in the match, but thanks to a Thomas Soucek headed goal and a very, very late strike from Andrei Yarmolenko in added time, I think it was the 113th minute or something ridiculous like that, but thanks to those two goals, West Ham managed to knock Sevilla out, and we now play Olympique Lyonnais in the quarterfinals of the Europa League, which will take place later in April. I'm very aware West Ham have not won the competition. We just won the round of 16 and we're in the quarterfinals now. But on the night as a moment, just as a spectacle, as an isolated incident, this was magic. The fans at London Stadium were incredible. West Ham played like a team possessed. West Ham were so tight and so vibrant in every area of the pitch. It was just an amazing moment to witness, and I'm delighted I got to see that. Obviously not live in the stadium, but as far as watching football on the couch goes, it didn't get better than that for a West Ham fan. And I guess the only thing that came close to this moment on an emotional level was that last game at Upton Park, the farewell Bowlen match, where West Ham beat Manchester United 3-2 under the lights at Upton Park. Unfortunately, the good times don't last forever. 3 days later, West Ham played Tottenham away, and West Ham lost 3-1. And these are my thoughts coming out of the Spurs fixture. So my first point coming out of this loss to Spurs is the West Ham players were clearly fatigued. As I mentioned earlier, we played Seville just 3 days earlier. Yes, Spurs also had a game in the week, but that was against Brighton on Wednesday. So if you wanted to use fatigue as an excuse, I guess you could say Spurs were less fatigued, or they had an extra day to recuperate. Also, if we do look at both clubs' midweek opponents, Spurs played Brighton for 90 minutes on Wednesday. West Ham, 120 minutes against Seville on Thursday. I'll let you be the judge. That brings me to my second point, which is Harry Kane and Son. Now, these two guys, wow. As far as a dynamic duo or a tag team or a strike partnership goes, these two are second to none. Incredibly talented footballers, and also as a team, as a duo, they are out of this world. Their situational awareness, everything about them, the pair of them together, is incredible. And I can objectively admit that as a West Ham fan. I know we're not supposed to, as West Ham fans, give Spurs their due or credit, but journalistically, objectively speaking, Kane and Son, wow. However, on that line, if you were to take them out of the Spurs squad, you'll find a very, very mid Tottenham Hotspur. Now this brings me to my next point, which is Sergio Reguilon. Where do you start with this dude? He's constantly appealing, constantly yapping throughout the game. He's always trying to cheat or deceive the ref. And also he's always trying to intimidate or unsettle the opponent. And as I was watching this match unfold, and as I saw throughout the match, Sergio Reguilon trying to bamboozle the ref and trying to get into the West Ham player's head, and just seeing him constantly with his tactics, I couldn't help but be reminded of the late great professional wrestler Eddie Guerrero. Now, this is where I draw the comparison with Sergio Reguilon and Eddie Guerrero. Remember when we used to watch wrestling back in the day? I still love it, but for a lot of us, that's things we did in the past. So you'd be watching back in the day, and it would be Eddie Guerrero would be the champion, and now he's defending his title, he's defending the belt. Now, I love how wrestling works. There'd almost always be a moment in this match where the referee gets distracted or the referee takes a bump and he's laying out cold. Now, whilst the referee's back is turned, whilst the referee is lying there, there'd be a moment in this match where Eddie would almost take advantage of this. He'd use his mantra, cheat to win. So what Eddie would do while the ref was out, he'd take the belt, he'd almost throw it to his opponent. The opponent would catch the belt, and then Eddie would lay down, and I guess trying to prove that he was smacked while the ref wasn't paying attention. The referee comes to, what does he see? He sees Eddie laying on the floor, he sees an opponent holding the belt, caught red-handed if you will. He would ring the bell and Eddie would win via disqualification. And the key thing here is that whole cheat to win mantra. Now, I mean, you can't compare pro wrestling and football. I mean, we all know football is predetermined. So as I draw a line under that comparison, Reguilon is nowhere near as beloved, charming or enduring as Eddie was. However, they both use that mantra, cheat to win. And my final point coming out of the Spurs-West Ham game is, because Tottenham won, they leapfrogged the Hammers and are now above us on the table. We went into the game on Sunday level on points, but now, because we lost, Spurs are now above us, and that does hurt. If I was going to be 110% honest with you, obviously I wanted West Ham to win. But what I will say is, after our heroic, historical, magical moment against Seville on Thursday night, it made this defeat to Spurs a lot more easier to swallow. And yes, I'm bummed we lost. Yes, I'm disappointed with the result. It does make it an easier pill to swallow. Next up for West Ham, it's Everton at the London Stadium. This match will happen after the international break. Like all football fans, we cannot stand these international breaks, especially when it's something as trivial as a friendly. But this time around, I'm actually welcoming the international break. I think it'll be good for the players. The players can rest up and hopefully recharge the batteries. As we all know, the Toffees Everton are having a torrid season. They're currently 3 points above the drop zone in 17th place. They do have a few games in hand. However, when you're down there and when you're losing more than you're winning, the games in hand aren't as comforting as they should be. And the last time these clubs met was in October, where West Ham beat Everton 1-0 at Goodison Park, thanks to an Angelo Agbono goal. My prediction for this one is 2-1 to the Hammers. And it looks like we are desperately out of time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't yet, why not subscribe to Hammerano Culture Unlimited. My name is Chace, and until next time, come on, you Irons.